Your fireplace doesn't need a $10,000 renovation to look expensive. Some of the best-looking living rooms online are hiding one secret. They were done with paint, peel-and-stick materials, and a weekend budget. And the craziest part? One of these fireplace hacks costs less than a pizza night, but completely changes the entire room. You're about to see 10 budget fireplace hacks that look so good, people will think you hired an interior designer, especially number 7, because that one completely changes the entire room for almost no money. The fireplace problem nobody talks about. A bad fireplace can quietly ruin a beautiful room. You can have nice curtains, cozy lighting, a soft rug, but if the fireplace looks old, dark, stained, or awkward, your eyes go straight to it. It becomes the before photo of the room. And most people think fixing it means hiring a contractor, ripping out brick, spending thousands, dealing with dust everywhere, and regretting their life choices halfway through the project. But designers cheat. Seriously. A lot of those fireplaces you save on Pinterest or see in home makeover videos are using budget tricks. Smart paint colors, fake texture, lighting, simple styling. Tiny changes that create a huge visual difference. So today, we're going through 10 budget fireplace hacks that look shockingly high-end. Some are renter-friendly, some take only an afternoon, and a few of these can completely transform your living room for under $100. And wait until you hear the trick designers use to make a small fireplace look massive. That one changes everything. 1. Paint the brick, but not pure white. This is the biggest mistake people make. They grab bright white paint, cover the fireplace, step back, and suddenly the room feels cold like a dentist office. Instead, go with warm whites, soft taupe, mushroom gray, or creamy beige. Those colors look expensive because they feel softer and more natural. A painted fireplace instantly removes that heavy dark brick feeling that makes older rooms look stuck in 1994. And if your brick has weird orange tones, paint is basically a reset button. The best part is you don't even need special skills. Clean the brick, use heat-safe masonry primer, then roll or brush the paint in layers. It takes patience more than talent. A lot of designers now use lime wash instead of regular paint because it keeps some of the brick texture showing through. That slightly uneven finish makes the fireplace look old in a good way, like something from a cozy European cottage instead of a suburban remodel. And here's the crazy thing. People often spend thousands replacing brick, when paint alone gets them 80% of the transformation. 2. Add a fake wood mantle. Nothing says builder grade faster than a fireplace with no mantle. It looks unfinished, empty, like the room forgot to get dressed. But adding a chunky wood mantle instantly creates that custom designer look. And no, you do not need an expensive reclaimed beam. There are lightweight faux wood mantles online that look almost identical to real aged wood once mounted. Some are even hollow foam wrapped with wood texture. Sounds cheap, looks expensive. The trick is going slightly oversized. Thin mantles disappear. Thick mantles make the room feel custom. Think about luxury hotel lobbies or those dreamy farmhouse interiors online. The mantle is always bold enough to anchor the whole wall. And once it's up, your fireplace suddenly becomes a styling zone. Candles, frames, vintage books, small plants, a mirror, seasonal decor. It gives your room personality without needing a full renovation. 3. Peel and stick tile can look ridiculously real. 10 years ago, peel and stick anything screamed college apartment. Now, some of it is honestly hard to tell apart from real tile. This is one of the fastest ways to upgrade the area around your fireplace, especially if you have outdated tile with weird colors like dusty pink, shiny black, or that strange brown marble everyone had in the early 2000s. You can cover old tile with modern stick-on versions that mimic marble, slate, zellage tile, or concrete. The key is avoiding super glossy, cheap-looking patterns. Matte finishes almost always look more expensive, and smaller textured patterns hide imperfections better than giant fake marble prints. What surprises people is how much the surround area affects the entire room. Even if the fireplace itself is fine, ugly tile around it dates the whole house. Swap that out, and suddenly the space feels current. It's kind of like changing the frame around a picture. Same art, totally different vibe. 4. The oversized mirror trick. This one is pure designer psychology. If your fireplace looks small or awkward, lean a large mirror above it. Not a tiny mirror. Not a little sign that says, "Gather." A big mirror. Something oversized instantly makes ceilings feel taller and the room feel brighter because it reflects light back into the space. And here's the hidden trick. The fireplace starts feeling more important because the mirror creates vertical scale. Designers use this constantly in small homes. A simple black framed mirror can make a basic fireplace feel modern and dramatic. An antique gold mirror makes it feel classic and expensive. A softwood frame makes it cozy and organic. And you don't even need to hang it sometimes. Leaning it casually against the wall often looks more relaxed and high-end. The funny part? Guests will think you renovated the whole room when really you just added a giant reflective rectangle. 5. Use wall sconces for instant luxury. Lighting changes everything. A fireplace can look flat and boring during the day, then completely magical at night with the right lighting. Adding wall sconces beside the fireplace creates that cozy luxury hotel feeling people love. And before you panic about wiring, there are battery-powered sconces now that stick onto the wall and use remote controls. No electrician, no opening walls, no stress. Warm lighting adds depth and shadows that make even cheap decor look richer. Ever notice restaurants always use dim warm lighting? Because soft light hides flaws and makes everything feel more expensive. Same thing works in your living room. A fireplace with sconces suddenly feels intentional, styled, finished. Without lighting, even a beautiful fireplace can feel incomplete. 6. Cover outdated tile with micro-cement or concrete finish. This trend exploded for a reason. Concrete-style fireplaces look clean, modern, calm, and expensive. But real concrete work costs serious money, so people started using micro-cement finishes and concrete effect products instead. Basically, you skim coat over the old surface and create this soft stone-like texture. It works especially well on fireplaces with outdated shiny tile or weird shapes. And because the finish has movement and texture, it hides imperfections beautifully. The final result feels minimal but cozy at the same time. Like those luxury vacation rentals people save online and swear they'll recreate someday. The best part is it works with almost every style. Modern? Perfect. Farmhouse? Still works. Scandinavian? Amazing. Even traditional homes suddenly feel updated. And unlike trendy colors that go out of style fast, soft concrete tones tend to age really well. 7. Fake built-ins around the fireplace. This hack makes people think you hired a carpenter. Built-ins immediately make homes look custom because they use vertical wall space in a smart way. But custom cabinetry costs a fortune. So here's what people are doing instead. They combine inexpensive bookshelves with trim, paint them the same color as the wall, then place them around the fireplace. Suddenly it looks built in. This works especially well with simple shelving units because once they're painted and styled, your eyes stop noticing where the original furniture started. The fireplace becomes part of a full-feature wall instead of a lonely rectangle in the middle of the room. And styling matters here. Mix books with baskets, framed art, candles, and small plants. Leave breathing room. Don't overcrowd every shelf like a discount store. One designer rule that instantly helps: leave some empty space on purpose. Expensive rooms breathe. Cheap rooms scream for attention. 8. Change the fireplace screen or doors. Sometimes the fireplace itself is fine. The problem is the old metal screen sitting in front of it like a rusty gate from a haunted house. This is one of the easiest upgrades nobody thinks about. Swapping old brass doors or bulky screens for modern matte black versions instantly changes the feel. Black details make fireplaces feel cleaner and more current because they create contrast. And if your fireplace isn't functional, you can still fake the cozy look. People fill empty fireplaces with stacked logs, candles, lanterns, or even soft fairy lights. One of the most beautiful designer tricks is adding pillar candles inside an unused fireplace. At night, the glow feels unbelievably cozy. Way cozier than staring at an empty black hole in the wall. 9. Frame the fireplace with trim. This is the secret sauce behind a lot of luxury fireplaces online. Trim work. That's it. Simple molding or picture frame trim around a fireplace creates architectural detail that makes the room feel expensive. Because expensive homes usually have layers, texture, depth, wall detail. Flat walls often feel cheaper even when the furniture is nice. You can use affordable trim pieces from hardware stores, create rectangles or panel designs around the fireplace, then paint everything the same color. That last part matters. When the trim and wall are painted the same tone, it creates soft shadows that look elegant instead of busy. It's subtle, but powerful. This is one of those upgrades where visitors may not even know what changed. They just think the room suddenly looks better. 10. Style the hearth like a designer. Most people treat the hearth like dead space. Designers treat it like an opportunity. Even if your fireplace is tiny, the area around it matters just as much. A woven basket with extra blankets instantly adds warmth. Stacked books create height. A large vase with branches adds movement. Layered frames create depth. And here's a trick almost every stylist uses. Odd numbers. 3 candles look better than 2. 5 objects feel more natural than 4. Your brain likes asymmetry more than perfect balance because it feels lived in. Also, don't make everything tiny. 1 oversized vase usually looks more expensive than 10 little decorations fighting for attention. That's why luxury spaces often feel calmer. Bigger pieces, less clutter. And if you really want that designer look, add texture. Wood, linen, ceramic, stone, soft fabric. A room starts feeling rich when different textures work together. Why most fireplace makeovers fail? Here's the real problem. People try to do every trend at once. Black shiplap, bright white brick, tiny signs, fake vines, LED lights, marble stickers, random decor from 5 different styles, and the room ends up confused. The fireplaces that look expensive usually follow one simple rule: consistency. Pick a mood: warm and cozy, modern and clean, classic and elegant, rustic and natural. Then make your choices match that feeling. That's what designers actually do. They create a story the room keeps repeating. And honestly, a beautiful fireplace isn't really about the fireplace. It's about how the room feels when you walk in. Warm, relaxed, inviting. Like you want to curl up there with coffee during a rainy afternoon and forget your phone exists for a while. That feeling matters more than expensive materials ever will. The biggest transformation. What's funny is most people start these projects thinking they're fixing a fireplace. Then halfway through, they realize the entire room feels different. Brighter, calmer, bigger, more of them. Because fireplaces naturally pull attention. They're emotional spaces. Humans have gathered around fire for thousands of years. Even now, a fireplace still acts like the heart of a room. So when you improve it, everything around it improves too. And the best transformations usually aren't the most expensive ones. They're the smart ones. The ones where someone looked at an outdated space and said, maybe this doesn't need to be replaced. Maybe it just needs to be reimagined. Click the next video on your screen if you want more budget home upgrades that look insanely expensive.